Students, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, as you know that in my last video I started revision of chapter 4 discovering that the saga continues, written by A.R. William. So let us continue with the same chapter. As already we have revised this chapter, already it has been revised 2 times. This is the third time we are discussing about this chapter. So let us go through a PowerPoint presentation and try to learn more about this chapter. We are trying to learn all the facts described in the chapter deeply. Okay. So let's continue. With the help of PPT and with the help of Pictionary, we will try to understand this chapter in a better way. So without any further delay, let us begin. So dear students, this is the last slide which we discussed in my last video, in my previous video. Now let us continue from here. King Tut's demise was a big event by royal standards. He was the last of his family's line, and his funeral was the death rattle of dynasty. But the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. So dear students, King Tut's death was a big event as for the royal standards, as he was the last ruler of his family, and his funeral was the death rattle of dynasty. So with his death, with his demise, it was the end of the family, as he was the last ruler of his family. So with his death, so his family also ended. But the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. But how did he die? Particulars of his passing away and after effects of this unpleasant event was unclear. Still it was not clear. So now let us go through some words and their meanings. Demise means death. Death rattle means the gurgling sound produced in the throat of a person who is about to die. Aftermath means after effects of an unpleasant event. Now here, dear students, you can see in this diagram Tutankhamun family tree. So first Amenhotep III, then here some rulers are not known after Amenhotep III, Akhenaten, okay, then you can see here Kia, and on the other side Nefertiti. Then after Akhenaten and Kia, Tutankhamun was born by them. Then you can say here Akhenaten, and after 4 daughters, here Meristem, then Smenkhare. So this is, you can say, the family line, the family tree. Okay. Amenhotep III. Tut's father or grandfather was a powerful pharaoh who ruled for almost 4 decades at the height of the 18th dynasty's golden age. King Tut's family, his father was Akhenaten, who was a famous pharaoh because he changed Egypt from polythesis to monothesis. Sorry, polytheist to monotheist. His mother was a noble woman named Kia. His stepmother was Nefertiti, as you have just seen in the diagram. His wife was Aneske Patin, who was also his half sister. He had two daughters who both died when they were born. His son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and initiated one of the strongest periods in the history of ancient Egypt. The new pharaoh promoted the worship of the Aten, the sun disk, changed his name to Akhenaten or servant of Aten, and moved the religious capital from the old city of Thebes to the new city of Akhetaten, known as Amarna. You can see here Aten, the sun god. Okay, here you can see how they were, which area they were worshipping, in which area the people were worshipping the god sun. Okay, so you can see the Thebes, Amarna, Akhenaten, how he moved his capital to Amarna from Thebes. And he also began monotheism of sun worship. And he also, encouraged people to worship sun god, as he was himself a devotee of Aten, that is sun disk. He further shocked the country by attacking Amun, a major god, smashing his images and closing his temples. Later, everyone got surprised when he started attacking the temples of Amun. Amun was a major god, and he smashed his images and he closed his temples. It must have been a horrific time, said Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago's Research Center in Luxor. The site of ancient Thebes, the family that had ruled for centuries, was coming to an end. And then Akhenaten went a little wacky. So wacky means amusing in a slightly odd way, that is wacky. After Akhenaten's death, a mysterious ruler named Smenkere appeared briefly and exited with hardly a trace. Exited with hardly a trace. So he also, how did he die? No one knows. Without leaving a trace, he died, and you can see his picture here in this slide. And then a very young Tutankhaten took the throne. So at that point, Tutankhaten, about which we are reading here, took the throne. King Tut, as he is widely known today, the boy king soon changed his name to Tutankhamun, living image of Amun. So he changed his name to Tutankhamun, which means living image of Amun, and oversaw a restoration of his old ways. He resigned for about 9 years and then he reigned, sorry, it is not resigned. He reigned, he means he ruled for about 9 years, then died unexpectedly. Regardless of his fame and the speculations about his fate, Tut is one mummy. Tut is one mummy among many in Egypt. How many? No one knows. The Egyptian Mummy Project, which began an inventory in late 2003, has recorded almost 600 so far and still counting. The next phase, scanning the mummies with a portable CT machine, donated by the National Geographic Society and Siemens, its manufacturer. King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned. The death as in life moving really ahead of his countrymen. A CT machine scanned the mummy head to toe, creating 1700 digital X-ray images in cross section. Tut's head scanned in 0.62 millimeter slices to register its intricate structures takes on eerie detail in the resulting image. With Tut's entire body similarly recorded, a team of specialists in radiology, forensic and anatomy began to probe the secrets that the winged goddesses of the gilded burial shrine protected for so long. So here, dear student, eerie detail means strange image of Tut's head as visible with the help of CT scan. Forensic means the application of the scientific method to investigate a crime. Anatomy, the branch of science which deals with the bodily structure of humans, animals, or other living beings. Burial means burying the dead. Shrine means holy place. So, dear students, here we saw that a CT machine scanned the mummy head to toe, creating 1700 digital X-ray images in cross section. Tut's head scanned in 0.62 millimeter slices to register its intricate structure takes on eerie detail in the resulting image. Eerie detail, strange image of Tut's head. With Tut's entire body similarly recorded, a team of specialists in radiology, forensics and anatomy began to probe the secrets that the winged goddess of gilded burial shrine protected for so long. So they started trying to know about his life and what was the reason of his death with the help of these CT scans. The night of the scan, workmen carried Tut from the tomb in his box. Like pallbearers, they climbed a ramp and a flight of stairs into the swirling sand outside, then rose a hydraulic lift into the trailer that held the scanner, as you can see in the picture how Tut's body was taken out and it was taken for CT scan. Pallbearers means a person who helps to escort a coffin at a funeral. Swirling means to spin or twist. Hydraulic lift means a lift that uses a machine to lift or move heavy objects with a pressure. So these days these hydraulic lifts are very common in marriages. During Jaimal, you must have seen the bride and groom, they climb on this hydraulic lift and and a motion is performed there. So you must have seen this hydraulic lift. So through the help of that hydraulic lift, the Tut's body were taken for CT scan. 20 minutes later, two men emerged, sprinted for an office nearby, and returned with a pair of white plastic fans. The $1 million scanner had quit because of sand in a cooler fan. Curse of the Pharaoh, joked a guard nervously. So a guard when after 20 years scanning was done and two men, they once again came out with the Tut's body, sprinted for an office nearby and returned with a pair of white plastic fans. So the $1 million scanner had quit because of sand in a cooler fan. Curse of Pharaoh, choked a guard nervously. When its cooling fan, when the cooling fan of scanner was not working, so one of the guard nervously he made a fun and said it was the curse of the Pharaoh. Eventually, the substitute fans worked well enough to finish the procedure. So then next substitute fans, it worked well to finish the procedure of scanning the Tut's body. After checking that no data had been lost, the technicians turned Tut over the workman, who carried him back to his tomb. Less than 3 hours after he was removed from his coffin, the Pharaoh again rested in peace where the funerary priests had led him so long ago. So after examining that no data was lost, Tut was once again with his coffin, he was buried, Tut's mummy once again buried in the same place where he was taking rest, where he was buried by the funerary priest so long ago. Back in the trailer, a technician pulled up astonishing images of Tut on a computer screen. A grey head took shape from a scattering of pixels, and the technician spun and tilted it every direction. Neck vertebrae appeared as clearly as in an anatomy class. Other images revealed an hand, several views of the rib cage, and a transection of the skull. So the images and whatever they got after CT scan, so this way they could see the things. Back in the trailer, a technician pulled up astonishing images of Tut on a computer screen. A grey head took shape from a scattering of pixels, and technician spun and tilted in every direction. So neck vertebrae appeared as clearly as in an anatomy class. So other images revealed a hand, several views of the rib cage, and a transection of skull. But for now the pressure was off. As of now there was no pressure. Sitting back in his chair, Zahi Hawass smiled, visibly revealed that nothing had gone seriously wrong. So after everything, when everything had done successfully, then Zahi Hawass sat comfortably and smiling he said nothing had gone seriously wrong. I didn't sleep last night, not for a second. He said that since last 2 nights he could not sleep. He said, I was so worried about now I think I will go and sleep. He said, I could not sleep as I was very much restless. So I spent 2 nights without sleeping. I passed 2 nights without sleeping because I was very much worried about it. So now I think I will go and sleep. But the time we left the trailer, descending metal stairs to the sandy ground, the wind had stopped. The winter air lay cold and still like death itself in this valley of the departed. So here students, you can see this is the valley where King Tut was buried after he was once again laid down. The winter air lay cold and still like death itself, and the valley in this valley of departed. So in that valley of departed, where all the departed soul, or not departed soul, all the dead bodies of kings were buried. So there now everything became silent, still, and the cold air itself looks like it has been, it has died. Just above the entrance of Tut's tomb stood Orion. So Orion's star could be seen just above the Tut's tomb. The constellation that the ancient Egyptian knew as the soul of the Orisis, the god of the afterlife, watching over the boy king. So it seems that now the god was looking at the king from the sky. So thus, dear students, we have seen what Carter did. Because of that, Tut's mummy reached in a bad condition. Even though Zahi Hawass was able to discover a lot, he actually, what happened when Carter took out his body, Carter only focused on the valuable things which was buried with the body of Tut. But when Zahi Hawass took it out, he tried to know about the facts of his life, and he revealed many things about Tut. Here students, we can see Howard Carter's discovery took place in 1922. British archaeologists discovered Tut's tomb, exposed body to temperature up to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. chisel beneath the mummy to separate the body from gold base of the coffin separated the head and every major joint to remove adornments, reassembled parts, but the body had been badly disfigured. So, this is what Howard Carter did in 1922. Discovery in 1968. Later, it was once again discovered by Zahi Hawass in 1968. Anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy, found breastbone and front ribs missing. Changes in archaeology. Focus lesson treasure more on intriguing mysteries of death. More sophisticated technology used, earlier X-ray and now CT scan performed. 5th January 2005, CT scan of mummy. Mummy carried to trailer that held the scanner. Fans stopped working. Substitute fans used. Scanning procedure completed, data checked. Workmen carried mummy back to coffin. Zahi Hawass now relieved. King Tut's ancestors. Amenhotep III, Tut's grandfather, powerful pharaoh, ruled almost 4 decades. Amenhotep IV, son of Amenhotep III, ruled, made drastic unpleasant changes, promoted worship of sun disk, changed his name to Akhenaten, moved religious from Thebes to Akhenaten. Now Amarna attacked Amun, a major god, smashed images and closed his temples. Tutankhaten, widely known as King Tut, changed his name to Tutankhamun, living image of Amun, restored old ways, ruled about 9 years, died mysteriously, unexpectedly. Understanding the text now, give reasons for the following. So, just I am showing the slides. You can take the screenshots of these slides and you must attempt all these questions, and the same question you can also find in your NCERT book. Okay dear students, so you must go through all these questions and supporting material which I have shared with you. You can find a lot of extra questions in that material, so you should also practice from there. So these are the NCERT exercises, dear students, which you must go through once again. While we are going through the revision, you must go through them once again. So it's all about the chapter which we have revised 3 times, and this PPT you can also find in your WhatsApp group. So I am going to share it with you in your WhatsApp group. So go through each and every slide of this PPT and I hope it will be very helpful for you. So practice each and every questions, dear students, which we teachers are giving you during revision, as they are very important. Already you have plenty of questions for revision in your supporting material, which you should not ignore. you should practice them honestly. So thank you students for watching the video. See you tomorrow in the next video with a new chapter.